Ah, delicious water. Something's wrong with me. Yes, my first message was test. Hey, everybody. Just trying to make sure everything's going good. There we go. Now it's starting to get spammed out. So hopefully this is going to end up being a better setup for you guys. But otherwise, hello Reapers, my name's Seth and we are back again from more Trove to Trove. We're gonna be messing around on the PTS server today, doing a live stream. Not sure how long we're gonna do this. Honestly speaking, I'm feeling really sick right now. Like, it's actually sucks. I've been wanting to get a lot of work done today. But anyways, took recent feedback on my community tab on YouTube. Man alive, I absolutely love that tab. It's made my life so much easier with trying to get feedback from you guys. And I ended up taking a vote about like the banner and stuff that I had on the stream. So what do you think about that? What we got right now? Is this a lot better? I think it's a lot better for Trove for sure. Excuse me. I love so many people asking like, why do you even bother getting powerful on the test server? So that I can test things. How long have you been sick? Only today, pretty much. I think it's just because, like, the PTS server was gonna only last for the weekend, so I killed myself trying to record as much as I could. And then it was like, oh, by the way, we're gonna keep the test server open till Friday. And it was like, oh, that would have been nice to know if you told me sooner. So anyways, you might hear me with a runny nose and everything like that, but otherwise, hello everybody, if I didn't already say that. So we're gonna talk about mostly the Vanguard today. I do want to mention though, for those of you that are fans of the Draco, he might actually be stronger than the Gunslinger. I'm not kidding. We've been trying him out. He is a force to be reckoned with. Like, Draco might actually be better than the Gunslinger as far as Shadow Towers are concerned. Show the mastery reward for 550. I got a separate video that's gonna be doing that. Like I said, I've got like videos on everything, okay? Like, it's pretty crazy how much I recorded. Use the comic hero costume. Okay. You can't, like, we're on the test server, dude. This is all we've got. We've got the level 30 costume, and that's that. We're gonna have to wait for all the new costumes when we end up going on to the live server, which is gonna be pretty cool. So I'm considering doing a very big, like, Neon Cash unboxing video for when the patch ends up coming out in March. I don't know, is that something you guys would actually be interested in? Who's that? Oh, I thought that was Merc, because he's got the frog head and he's got Gonda. We should hop over to U9. Oh, by the way, devs keep toying with us. The recent blog post actually did drop hints that this is going to end up being U10. We are right. And we can actually see that they've been adding more graphics to it. And this apparently is going to be coming, not with the March update, but with the next update after that that's scheduled for the summer. So U10 is on the way, folks. Really excited about that. Also explains why we're so overly powerful in U9. I'm fully expecting that U10 is going to end up being something similar to Shadow Towers, where they're going to scale down our characters, right? But I figured I would talk about this today because I don't know if I'm going to have time to end up making a separate video talking about like all of the changes that the Vanguard keeps going through. But essentially they ended up putting out some recent hot fixes that made this guy even stronger. Yeah, now as far as U9 is concerned, this guy's already fantastic. But in Shadow Towers, he's much to be desired. Like, I like how they keep on saying that he's better than the Gunslinger. He doesn't even come close. You can barely get through Hydra. Like, seriously. And I'm 26 freaking K. Like, He's not, no. He's great as far as U9 farming is concerned. I'm probably going to end up farming quite slowly, by the way, just a heads up, because I'm not really paying 100% attention. But they ended up changing a lot of his abilities so that you're kind of swapping from ranged mode to melee mode over and over now, which actually makes the character a lot more interesting. Because when you're in ranged mode, your number one normally just gave you attack speed, but now it's actually giving you 50% more damage as well. And as you can see, the ranged mode is okay as far as just farming normal stuff, but when you're in Shadow Towers, it still doesn't, it's still trash damage. Like, seriously. Pardon me. Please show stats. Okay, you got it. The chat might block most of it, but just to give you a heads up, I am 134k physical damage. I would rather have that 125. Not 100% crit hit. I will be on the live server because I got fixtures and stuff, and then crit damage is at 1453, which again, I would rather have that at 1.7. I'm gonna have better stats when we're actually hanging on the live server, so it'll be a little bit more interesting to see how this character fares over there, but more importantly, I'm actually more interested to see how the Draco is going to fare, because this guy's fantastic. I absolutely love farming with him, but as far as just grinding, you know, Shadow Towers, he sucks. I know I just already said that, but is the PTS back already? Yeah, so apparently the PTS is actually going to be around until Friday. So, hey, we got some extra time with this guy, right? Was surprised to see, because earlier today I ended up, well, earlier yesterday, I guess I should say, I've been up for like 24 hours. I ended up going on, or trying to log into the test server, and it was like, you can't get in. Turns out I was just coincidentally trying to log in at the same time that the patch was going up. Should I save my class gem for the Vanguardian? Hashtag confirm class gem, or class coins aren't going to end up working for the Vanguardian, but you were asking about a class gem key, in which case, yes, save it. Because it's actually very, very useful for the character. Look at this, like, I don't even bother. I'm so used to, like, PTS farming that I'm, like, spoiled and not actually looking for gear, because I don't have any magic find, because it's the test server. Hee hee! Seriously, oh, by the way, this dragon, huh. What about it? I know it looks like vomit. It's still cool though, right? The uppercut, by the way, they did end up reducing the knockback of your attacks with this guy. They're still really, really, like, I don't know what it is with the devs. I'm just gonna say, like, if there's an odd chance that they're even watching this video, but I doubt it. I don't know why they keep saying that they're removing the knockback when they keep on leaving the knockback in. Like, he's got too much knockback. Is it that much to ask to just set the stat to 0? Because otherwise, like, seriously, the Vanguard's like, we can't even tell if he's good in Shadow Towers because we're knocking enemies away. Like, we don't know whether he's good in Shadow Towers or not. Yeah, this update's on the test server right now. The update itself, like, for the Vanguard and stuff, no, that's coming out in March. Do you think the devs are watching? Not likely. Maybe if we end up getting like 400 or 500 people, then they'll check it out, because that usually ends up happening, but I don't know. They don't have to watch my videos or anything, honestly speaking, and we've been very fortunate that they have been checking out the recent streams, right? But I wanted to do a stream today regardless of feeling ill, and hey. Also, for those of you watching at home, the developers were kind enough to give me some extra golden eggs for 2 special dragons that you can't actually unlock on the test server right now. I'm gonna be giving those away. Hee. Did you know that that was coming? No, you didn't. How you get to 26k so fast? Most of all, I swapped over all of my night gems. Yup. And then I also ended up going for a perfect class gem, and then I ended up augmenting that because augmenters are a lot cheaper, are going to be a lot cheaper with this update. And because of it, I was able to fully augment my class gem right away with this guy, actually. And then as far as the power rank, most of all that's just got to do with the fact that we've got more mastery, right? How do people keep getting Gonda on PTS? Because there's ways that you can use exploits, etc., to end up getting flux. As of right now, there's actually a really big bug going on with the Monday Shadow Tower double soul thing. So most likely it's going to end up being fixed. But yeah, it's pretty crazy how much flux you can end up getting from it. Oh, I meant the comic hero helm for the boomeranger that you would use on the Vanguard. Yeah, okay. I thought you meant the comic book costume for the boomeranger, or for the Vanguard, that changes the video effects to like pow, zap when you're punching and stuff. Show your ring stats. My ring sucks. JK, it's a Stellar 5 magic ring, which is what you want for this guy. How are the augments going to be cheaper? Flux. Flux cost has been reduced a lot. Like, you know, the golden augmenters, normally 150k, they're going to be 50k each, which is still pretty pricey considering the fact that those things barely work. But honestly speaking, that's more like it. Like, that's not too bad. I'll take it. I used those to augment my gem fully. Can we complete the street trophy in dungeon? How do you get on the test server? Just launch glyph, and in the top right hand corner of your screen, you're gonna be able to click on the tab that says US or European or whatever, and you should see PTS as an option. That's that. Normally back in the day, you had to be level 20. That's what my tutorial ended up saying as well, is you had to be level 20 in order to access the test server. Developers ended up removing that criteria, so now you can just go onto the test server. And if you're wondering, the Vanguardian's just gonna instantly be unlocked on your class menu, so you don't gotta try and like buy it or anything. Please, what are the ingredients for the Vanguard? I'm gonna have that in another video. Whoops, why did I go to this dungeon that I already just completed? Oh man, my tired brain. I'm gonna have a video talking about the Vanguard crafting recipe and stuff like that, because it's gonna be pretty expensive, dude. Like, seriously, it's pretty expensive. Honestly speaking, it's a lot cheaper to just go for credit pouches so that you can end up buying the 3,000 credit pack. Will we be able to get these new dragons from the dragon effigy? I would expect so, because they have a golden tradable egg that I assume is from the greater dragon caches rather than the neon caches. It wouldn't make sense. But it's going to be this Elgol's dragon and another one. Aha. I mean, I have another video that's going to show them off in more detail. But sneak peek, that's the fireball for this guy. Isn't it beautiful? I love it. Also, this dragon's weird and the same colors as the Vanguardian. What is your best class coin? I don't know what that means. The re-rollers, yeah, so the re-rollers didn't really change. As far as like, they're not cheaper necessarily, but the big thing that they changed is we've got a little bit more opportunities to get like re-rollers, because there's gonna be the illustrious gem boxes on gem day. And for those of you that are struggling to get lunar souls, we're gonna be getting more lunar souls so long as you complete shadow towers on Monday. You're gonna get twice as much if you're a free player, and 3 times the amount of lunar souls if you're patron user. Patron, same thing, right? Is that the resistor dragon? Yep, this is the resistor one. Then there's the other guy, which I don't even know what that thing's called. It's some weird wyvern. It's a new skeleton, which is pretty neat. This dragon's weird too. He actually works on a mag rail. Why does the Vanguardian class gem make him the Chronomancer Cubesley? What? The Chronomancer Cubesley? Yeah, that's a good thing. I like it. It actually makes him really, really powerful. Like, it's a good ability, dude. It really is. Can I even get up here to save my life? What? Oh, PS4, should I buy credit pouches now or wait? Credit pouches are gonna spike right now, but they're gonna spike even more when the update goes live. I don't know. Honestly, it's just, decide for yourself. It's a risk. I would suggest that you buy credit pouches now, though, honestly speaking. It's gonna be cheaper. Or if it's way too much for you, it would honestly just be cheaper to just buy credit pouches yourselves with money. Then you could just sell them, get the flux, and, I don't know, wait until the hype for this character goes down so that you could buy the credit pouches for a little cheaper, maybe? But honestly speaking, I think credit pouches are gonna be huge, because everyone's gonna want flux so they can buy plasminium. It's gonna be crazy. What's the new class recent fixes? All right, let's talk about these actually. Where did I put it? There it is. So here's the recent tweaks that they ended up doing to this guy. They ended up increasing his damage across the board by 20%, so he's just 20% stronger. They removed the knockup from the melee combo. No, they didn't. They reduced the knockup. The knockup is still a thing, and it really just needs to be removed. I-beams have a bigger hit area, and the debuff lasts for 10 seconds instead of 5. That's going to end up being your right-click in melee mode. So it's going to have more radius, and it's going to debuff enemies so that they take more damage for 10 seconds instead of 5. The fired up ability, which is going to be your number 1 in ranged mode, normally it ended up giving you attack speed. It's going to give you 50% more damage. And then there's the stance change, and fired up cooldowns are now just going to all be an even 20-second cooldown rather than 30 seconds. Just kind of made all of the cooldowns for this guy 20 seconds instead. And then also the class gem reduces cooldowns slightly more than it did before, and Vanguardian buffs are now removed when swapping classes. They did a couple other small things, but I don't know. Yeah, I know about that new pack. There's a new pack on the live server. Honestly, it's not really worth it. It's only $5, but it really isn't worth it. Like, it's... I'll have a video come up out talking about it tomorrow, just for everybody to know. But it was weird that that pack, like, suddenly was like, hey, I'm here. You know, like, what? What? Is Chloromancer goddess for Shadow Tower, guys? Do you mean, like, is the Chloromancer good in Shadow Towers? In which case, no, it's not. Used to be back in the day when you actually needed healing. I need healing, but no. Honestly speaking, like, I'm serious, guys. The Draco is gonna take it. Like, the Draco is actually, like, Merc and me were testing it out, man. We could duo, that's just 2 of us, on our Dracos. We killed Dread. We didn't even need an Ice Sage. Like, seriously, we did that much damage and had that much survivability. Like, the Draco's insane. Technically speaking, you could solo Dread with him. I haven't experimented with it yet, though. Is this class already in the original game? No, it isn't. This is the test server. That's why it says PTS in the stream here, folks. How do I get on the test server? I mean, I'm just gonna refer you to the text that's at the bottom of the screen scrolling over and over, because it just mentions, check out my guide. It explains it. What's my best class? Right now, I guess it would be this guy and the Draco. But I love the Vanguardian. Like, he's definitely my favorite class, for sure. He's so fun. But yeah, as far as Shadow Towers, he just doesn't even hold his own. Like, we were going through Shadow Towers, we thought that it was going to end up being, like, we thought that it was going to be, like, Daughter of the Moon when we were in it, and then we found out that we were just on Hydra. And I'm just saying that as a comparison where it was like, we thought we were in Daughter because of how slowly we were killing things. And then it was like, oh, it's just Hydra. Whoops. Keep pressing H. Yeah, I know I can do that. To charge my beam. Oh, I see what Joe's saying. No, Joe! No! He wants me to have too many stacked VFX. Can you make more ARC videos? Don't worry, buddy, because PixARC is coming out March 27th, and that's just a voxel version of ARC. That's a game that I'm not going to quit, even though the ARC game I always quit for some reason. I don't know why. It's a great game. I just always end up getting bored of it. What's the average time needed to unlock the Vanguardian for free to play? Well, that's the thing, dude. 1,000,000 flux is roughly going to get you enough credit pouches to actually buy the class for the credit pack. Crafting it would honestly take 10 times longer. Like, he's seriously expensive. What are they doing to the Draco? Don't worry, I'm gonna have a video talking about the Draco in more detail. For today, it's all about the Vanguard and all about hype with this guy. We may end up trying some Shadow Towers a little bit, but honestly speaking, he sucks so bad, I don't want to go into Shadow Towers because his knockback is gross. But, yeah, I'll have a Draco video, don't worry about that. Pretty much they've ended up buffing up everything about the class, but more specifically, it's the fact that you can summon your dino babies, like your Dracos, with your class gem, guaranteed 100% every single time. You wouldn't believe how powerful that makes this character. New daily bonuses. Yep. I am gonna have another video that's gonna talk about the new daily bonuses and stuff like that. Like, that's the thing, guys. I've got everything. already stocked up as far as videos, but what am I gonna do? Upload it all in one day? Like, no, I don't want to spam you guys out. You know me. I'm gonna prioritize the things that I think you guys would be most interested in, like the Vanguard and then the world bosses. Tomorrow I'm just gonna most likely have just the patch notes for the test server in general so that you can get an idea of what to expect when March rolls around. And then most likely I'll have the video coming out talking about the Draco, just because I think that's what everybody's into, right? Or maybe have the video talking about how you actually craft this class, right? I don't know. I'll figure out the order at which I put the videos out. What about the boom? Which boom? You mean when we crash into the ground, or do you mean the boomeranger? Because he's got way too much knockback. Do you think I should main the Chloromancer? I want to do Shadow Towers mostly. No. Main the Draco. I'm not kidding. Like, seriously. You want to see this? Here. I don't care. I know we're hype on the Vanguard right here, but I'm just going to show you guys this. Okay, we're 25 KPR. We're not like the strongest. My class gem absolutely sucks. Like, seriously, here it is right here. It is a perfect roll, but I have it not augmented at all. It's just level 25, and that's all there is to it. Let's just go to Ultra Daughter. This'll be fun. Why you play the PTS service? So we can try out all the new things. Yeah. Like, seriously, I gotta show you guys this, though. Like, I'm so hyped about the fact that the Draco is top tier. Like, he's at a draw for Gunslinger, I would say. If not, let me just double check all my stuff. Yep, we're doing good. So this is Daughter of the Moon. Remember that, okay? Remember that we're hanging out here in Daughter of the Moon. Because these are pretty much the strongest enemies in the game. Honestly, they're stronger than Titan bosses themselves. You know what it's like trying to go through Shadow Towers, right? But check this out. Huh. No problem. Because I am an all-powerful being who is absolutely invincible for the simple fact that my Draco babies will melt your face off. Look at this. I've used like one potion. Draco is so fun. I love it. It's so good that they did this. All they needed to change with this guy, like they changed his damage a little bit here and there, sure. It's the fact that his babies spawn every second. Like when you throw down your bombs. Like, look at this. Granted, I'm like still really powerful, but I'm just trying to point out the fact that I'm not even completely maxed out and I can handle this. Like, I love it, man. I'm serious. You want to go to the Shadow Towers? Take the Draco. He is just amazing. Like, man alive. If Vanguardian beats Neon Ninja, I'm legit going to quit. As far as what? Farming speed? No, he does not beat the Neon Ninja. Lots of people like to keep saying that he's faster, but no, he's not. He's funner. Anyways, that was all I wanted to show you guys. Let's go back to the Vanguard and go have some fun. Oh, wait, never mind. Let me show you this. Here's the Vanguard now in Ultra Shadow Towers. Let me double check. I have Unyielding. I don't need this. I need my Marshal instead. And Raptor Berserker. Yep. Okay, here we go, guys. Haha. I'm the Vanguard now. Hee hee. I'm going to swap over to ranged mode. Oh man, my knockback is like so insane when I'm in melee mode. Look at that damage. Wow, I'm doing so much damage as this crazy melee character. The fact that my shots are barely registering for the most part is also going to really help out my character. But at least I ended up changing the character around a little bit, so you are going to be spamming pretty much all of his abilities. And maybe I would actually be doing decent damage if this guy wouldn't be bouncing around the arena like a ping pong ball so that I could actually tell how much damage I was doing to him in the first place. Because that's the problem, everybody, is the fact that his knockback is still a thing. It's not nearly as bad, don't get me wrong, but seriously, stop dancing around. Let me just get some more survivability with my range mode here. Yeah, there we go. Not too bad at all. I mean, the fact that the Draco just defeats these guys, like I would already be done by now, but hey, whatever, at least we're able to kind of do this with this guy. Granted, this is just one enemy. If I was fighting a group, forget about it. I'll show you what he's like in the next round. Yeah. Did you quit Neon Ninja? I mean, I guess so. I don't know. I still use Neon Ninja just to farm things really, really quickly, but look at this. Look at this. Like, that's the thing. Like I said, guys, I don't know if my damage is necessarily bad as this guy. I think most of all, it's just the fact that we're knocking the enemy around like an idiot, so we can't actually... I clicked ranged mode. That's cool. We're knocking him around like an idiot, so I can't tell how much damage I'm supposed to actually be doing. Like, we might actually be doing pretty good as far as the damage numbers are concerned, but the fact is that we're just sitting here like an idiot, knocking him around. Oh my gosh. Can I even destroy your face? And this is with unyielding as well. Like, come on. All right, fine. I'll just give myself some ranged mode ability here so I can give it a little bit more survivability. And hey, I guess I could just sit here doing what the gunslinger does, except not as well as the gunslinger. Like, seriously, this character, man. Like, he's great. Don't get me wrong. I love him. Oops. I was trying to land on that little crevasse there. But the point, you know, point set and match. Like, he sucks in Shadow Towers. He's good at farming. He's definitely the second fastest farmer for sure. Like, he's definitely over Lunar Lancer as far as just normal grinding in U9 is concerned. That's where he shines. And I would argue that he's funner than the Neon Ninja. He's not as fast as the Neon Ninja, but you don't gotta go through dungeons backwards. So that's kind of the big key difference here, isn't it? Uber 10 is coming. Does that mean there's going to be a new boss in the Shadow Tower? Not necessarily. We might see a new boss in U10. Like, now that they've got the whole Rampage thing going on, we do know that they can work out world bosses, so who knows? But what I'm fully expecting them to do, because the devs have talked about this quite a few times, is that U10 is going to kind of be, rather than being random, it's going to be more like the tutorial, where it's going to be pre-built, which should actually make it a lot funner. Because don't get me wrong, I love my random generation as much as the next Reaper, but the whole point is that it gets old after a while seeing the same random generation over and over, you know what I mean? But, like, seriously, and then, like, look at this. Look how fast we, like, destroy things in just normal old U9. Like, that's the whole thing, is he just annihilates these guys. That wasn't even with a pot right there, and I just one-shot right-click him. I'm also going to be stronger on the live server, so potentially can just right-click all bosses, like, with my laser, and then they're dead. Do you love this game? Yeah, of course I do. I've been playing this game for over 3 years. I'm not tired of it. And this new update's hype, man. Like, seriously, it's so good. They do need to kind of, like, tweak out this character a little bit more for Shadow Tower purposes, mostly. But as far as just normal farming, love him. Absolutely love him. Like, even what we're doing right now, I don't know if you guys are having a fun time watching. I hope you do, because I'm just having a great time just doing this. And I'm not even getting anything out of it. You know? Like, it's not like I'm gaining XP, and it's not like we're on the live server where I'm going to get, like, any good items or anything like that. Whoopsie daisy, I need to have my trailblazing. There we go. What was I thinking? I'm such a scrubber ducky. Can you tell me how to farm Flux quickly? Don't you worry about that. I'm gonna have an updated Flux farming tutorial come out very soon, because this update's gonna completely change how you make Flux, dude. I'll just say plasminium. That's pretty much gonna be it. Yep, we're in U9. It's a joke, because the Vanguard is all powerful. No, seriously, right click. Oh, and then one punch, he's dead. Talk about One Punch Man. I've never actually watched that anime. By the way, speaking of anime, there's actually a live action Full Metal Alchemist on Netflix that is really good. I actually really like it. Do the new dragons give stats? Yes, they most certainly do. I'll show you what those do in 2 seconds here. Oh no, this one enemy is gonna cause me trouble. Just kidding. Just mop up the floor with them. Get out of here. This guy is the official janitor class because he just cleans everything up. Okay, so we got the 2 new dragons. This guy's gonna end up giving you 7% to attack speed, 1000 max health, and 50 magic fine. And the other guy, the exact same? Honestly, it could be placeholder. You can't actually craft these dragons on the test server. So it could possibly be that they just don't have like all of the stats and everything set up for him yet. What's the fast way to get gem dust? Grinding. And then loot collecting all of your gems pretty much. Don't worry, because soon we're going to end up having Gem Day, which is going to give you double gem boxes or triple if you're patron. Not to mention, forging up your gems is going to be that much cheaper, so I would actually recommend you guys, if you can wait until March 20th to the 27th, because that's when this update's hitting, guaranteed. If you can wait, upgrade your gems then, because of the fact that you're going to save 10% on your gem dust. If you absolutely have to, if you just don't even care, then go ahead and just upgrade. Like, really. Tryon is going for a farming class. Kind of. Not. No, they're not. Like, I think they accidentally made this character great for, like, farming U9. Because everywhere you look, the devs are talking about how the Vanguard competes with the Gunslinger in Shadow Towers, which he doesn't. Like, he's the best melee character in Shadow Towers, hands down. Don't get me wrong. But is he, like, as good as the Gunslinger? No. He doesn't even keep up. Like, he's like a baby. The Gunslinger would one-shot him. That's a comparison, right? One right click. Like, what happened? Why am I even more powerful than I was yesterday? What happened? When's the update come for Xbox? Same time it does for PC, buddy. Right click. Oh man, right click I said, you stupid idiot. I guess it's just more tanky enemies that don't end up dying right away. That's disappointing. Right click and then punch destiny. Woohoo! How much damage are we even doing? Like 37 mil? Yikes. And that's just a random click attack. Because that's the thing too, is the right click you want pretty much always use every time you go into a dungeon. Because it's gonna make the enemies take more damage from you, right? And the other thing too is we could always, I mean obviously it's just gonna kill these normal enemies. We could always go for the Uggles, like swapping to ranged mode over and over. I probably should be doing that because they actually changed him up quite a bit. Let's try his ranged mode for a little bit, see what this is about. Okay, so we're doing 10 mil damage instead of 37. It's considerably less. Like, seriously? It's a nice update going to make the focuses cheaper. Yep, they're gonna be half their flex price pretty much. A little bit more actually. Like the gold focus is 150k on live server. It's gonna be knocked down to 50k flux. All the other resources cost the same, but the flux is going to end up staying, which is perfectly fine. Which dragon do you think is the best? You mean just overall or out of the new beautiful ones? Because this one, I think, I don't know. Like, I don't like it. I understand the appeal of it, but I don't like how big and bulky it is. Like, it's kind of cool, but it's kind of gross. I don't know. I love the video effects out of his cannonballs, though. It looks great. I know that was, like, really far away, but hey, whatever. Not like you're gonna ever use your dragons when you're as fast as Sanic. Actually, you're not. That's the Neon Ninja's job. Hee dab, laser, punch. I always feel like Parappa the Rappa. How do we join PTS? I've got a video on it. It's very, very easy, but it's difficult to explain in a stream, not to mention the fact that I have to explain it like 50 times over for everybody that keeps coming into the stream, asking how they actually end up doing it. So I'm sorry if I seem a little cranky when people are like, how do I join? It's like, check out my videos. 50% more damage. Wow, we're doing 12 mil instead of 10. Is that really 50% more damage? I don't think that is. Like, if we were doing 10 mil, 50% would be 5 mil more. So, numbers are a little bit wrong on that one. You can't buy any packs on the PTS. No, you're just gonna end up having the class immediately available. But hey, you know what? I can't complain. Again, like I said, the ranged attacks are working on the Vanguard now. So, really, I can't complain. Like, he's so fun. And it's like, getting bored of being a melee character? Swap over to ranged. You see, we're still killing dungeons just fine. It's just when it comes to the Shadow Tower, he's just garbage. But otherwise, like, look at that. It's perfectly fine. We don't have the movement speed anymore when we're in this mode, unfortunately. So that's kind of the big trade-off because you use your #1 all the time, but hey. When are we getting this update? Man, I should really... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something right here, right now for you guys. Okay, it's going to take me a second. Hadouken! Let me actually update my scrolling text here. To just say... Trove Heroes update will release March 20th or 27th. There we go. So now that's going to be on the scrolling text at the bottom of the screen. So that should end up helping anybody out that's still having problems asking the same question over and over. What PTS your Shadow Hunter? Nothing. It's garbage. Can you summon 60 bosses and get 60 shards? Potentially. I don't have that many of them. On the live server, you can bet your butt I'm going to end up working like crazy so that I can end up summoning like at least 10 Mega World bosses at once. I would love to do that in Team Pixel. That would be so fun. Just like, I mean, unfortunately, it would probably crash the world, but hey, whatever. I'm fine with that too. Man, I do like the fact that it's like ranged attacks are working more often now. Like, that's actually a lot of fun. Dude, seriously. Anyways, whoop! Let's swap to melee mode so that we got our number 1 and are that much faster. Is knockback still on the character? Well, the patch seems to think that there's no knockback on the class, but yep, there still is. For some reason, they put out a patch saying that they removed the knockback, but they didn't. It's still there, and it's really, really bad. Like, just set the value to 0, devs, not like 0.5, because guess what? With attack speed, it scales, and we're hitting, like, look at that guy. If we didn't kill him so fast, he would have flown out of the ring. Any tips for little U3 nugget? Farm. I don't know. Is there going to be more ways to gain bound brilliance? Kind of. Kind of. They're going to end up just randomly giving them, like, during events and stuff like that, but their big solution, which... It's okay. It's not really the best. Their big solution for people wanting more bound brilliance and stuff is these lustrous gem boxes can end up just dropping rerollers and focus items. And you can only get 3 of them a week. Unless you have patron, and then I think it's like 6. But still, that's 6 focus items or 6 rerollers. I mean, that said, rerollers in general aren't going to be that bad because of the fact that we're going to be able to get more lunar souls. The problem with bound brilliance, though, is you got to trade your login reward items for it. That's pretty much the way that you can expect to get more bound brilliance. Is just don't bother going for any of the daily login things, and hey, you'll be able to get it. What tome do you use, Scythe? Well, right now I just always use robotic salvage because it's actually the most expensive out of all the resources. Like, lots of people try to say, I use the flux tome, but it's like, you make more flux by selling the robo salvage. Not that I ever bother selling it anyways, but the best tome is going to end up being the plasminium one, hands down. What's better than what better than Shadowhunter? Is it worth it to swap my gems from Shadowhunter to Vanguard? Oh yeah. I mean, well, I can't say that, though, dude. Like, that's the thing. It's all about personal preference. Like, I love the Vanguard. I love that he's a fist-fighting character. I love how fast he is. I love how powerful he is. Like, he is seriously strong. Now, if you want to actually dedicate the time into learning the character, yeah, you're going to be faster doing U9 with the Vanguard than you would with the Shadowhunter for sure. But is it going to be something that you find fun? Who knows? And the ranged mode, that's gonna probably honestly be on par with the Shadowhunter. Like, I don't know. I wish the new Neon Bomb video effects in the Mega World Outer Moon could be new Dragon Ball video effects. Honestly speaking, I would actually like to see a lot of the video effects from the new... See, look at that knockback. I'd love to see the video effects from the new biome creatures. That on dragons, or even just a class costume. That would be great. What do you think about the Mastery 550 badge? I mean, at least I got a new sigil or emblem or whatever in the top left, right? But just to give a heads up, everybody, sneak peek, quick tip here. That Mastery Dread at 550, yeah, it doesn't operate like a bulldozer at all. It's just for looks, in which case it's not my favorite. I was so hyped about it because I thought, oh, this is gonna act like a bulldozer, but it's a dreadnought, so it's gonna be even bigger. And then it's like, nope. How do you get so much flux on the PTS? By converting my live account over to the PTS. That's pretty much it. You just carry over everything that you have from the live server. Now that said, back in the day on the test server, you could buy everything out of the store because it was all about testing. Now they've since locked everything. Lots of people used to main the PTS because I guess they sucked on the live server. But the whole point that I'm trying to get at, though, is the fact that back then you could buy all those items and thus people were just swimming in flux. And so you might see a lot of items on the market for like extremely overpriced, despite the fact that nobody has flux on the test server anymore. Is this a DPS class? Yep, most definitely. He can't tank, that's all. That's for sure. Is the Vanguard working for Shadow Towers? Oh, you mean more just for doing items and stuff? I mean, you're gonna be able to handle hard mode, and with the recent rework that they ended up doing to him, he does work in some Ultra Towers, but you're gonna start having trouble as soon as you go to Pinata, Ultra, and up. Like, he really doesn't hold his own in the Shadow Tower at all. Honestly speaking, if you want to go through the Shadow Tower, there's plenty of other classes that already do it better. That said, if you're, again, if you're just going for gear, you just go to hard mode, go for hard Hydra, I mean, not weeping, or hard Dreadnought, so that you're grinding the badge simultaneously while going for Stellars, and yeah, use this guy, because obviously he's going to end up being pretty quick. I would say that he might actually be quicker than the Neon Ninja for Shadow Towers for sure, just because of the fact that if you use the Neon Ninja in Shadow Towers, like, good luck. You know, you're going to be bumping into walls all over the place. Yeah, they reopened the test server until Friday. I guess I should put that in the message that's scrolling on the screen as well. Give me a sec. Trove PTS is open until Friday. Bloop. I love the scrolling text, man. It helps things out so much. I mean, granted, I know it's going pretty slow. I could actually speed it up if you guys wanted. But, I think this way people can end up spending the time to actually read it, right? How do you get so much bombs? I buy them. That's how. I mean, I guess you could craft them, but why? Why waste my resources? Ugh. Yeah, you can transfer your live account to the test server by going onto the live server and just typing /export account one word. And then it can take like half an hour, depends how laggy the servers are and stuff, but you'll be able to get your character over onto this server and be all powerful or weak or whatever you are on the live server. Right? Hee. Do you think they should change the class gem for the Vanguard? No! Why would anyone be complaining about this? Sure, it's a little bit lackluster, like it's not necessarily impressive, but like visually or anything, but no, it works with the character hands down. Like, it's actually really, really awesome that they have it working on a whole combo thing and kind of forces the character into a very specific role. Like, this is definitely Trove's most complex character of the game. Like, really. How to go fast. So, I'm going to end up making a different video that's going to talk about actually making a speed build for this character. You're gonna, of course, need Pyro Disc, which I don't have. But, yeah, you can actually make this guy pretty quick. What I should actually be doing is changing up a couple of my flasks and emblems. So you can end up swapping over, Stratus told me about this one, you can swap over to the Conjuring Vial, because then it's going to end up regenerating. Let me actually do that right now. That's going to end up regenerating with Magic Find, so anytime I open a box, I pretty much end up getting a new flask, right? And then you just use Unyielding for that survivability, because otherwise you don't have Death Defying anymore. Hee. Die. Okay, why didn't you die? That's weird. There's our Magic Find, and we got 2 flasks for the price of 1. If you unlock Dreadmount, will it loot collect or be locked? What do you mean? I don't quite understand the question, I'm sorry to say. Can you show the new dragons or the new Dreadmount? I'm gonna show that off in another video, buddy. Sorry to say, I'm just kind of messing around today. Not really, I'm not really doing anything specific, honestly speaking, so if you're looking for sneak peeks at stuff, there's gonna be other videos that are gonna come talking about all that stuff. Vanguard class sim should pull mobs. No. No. He already does pull mobs by using his ultimate ability, and using his range does push enemies, so even though you say that should be his classroom ability, that's already built into the character. Like, watch this. I'll go over to this enemy and use my number 2, my ultimate, and it's gonna push him away, right? Whoa! See? And then when you end up going into melee mode from ranged, it's gonna end up pulling all the enemies, very similar to a Revenant ult. But it doesn't last nearly as long. And then that's the whole thing too, is it's like, I don't want to see rehashed moves of other characters being used to great effect on these other classes. Like, that would make the Revenant, like, useless, or the Barb with his class gem useless, you know what I mean? Oh, whoopsie daisy, I'm supposed to be, like, drinking a flask, popping my magic vine and everything. Right? I'm still not entirely used to actually using this character, man. What was that weird lag spike? No, 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 dum-dum. Go into the dungeon. Best DPS on Shadow Tower, Gunslinger, or Vanguardian? Vanguardian sucks in Shadow Towers. I'm just gonna say that again, guys. Like, he's bad. Like, he really is. Is Chloro top tier for Shadow Towers? No, not at all. Chloro's way too slow, because of the cast time, as well as the Chloromancer plants not actually stacking damage. That's the big reason. If they ended up changing the Chloromancer's class gem ability so that it ended up spawning 100% of the time, then maybe the class would end up being something more viable. Kind of the same as what they did with the Draco, but I don't know. Is farming dragons for Flux worth it? Not right now, but it will be. Because they are going to be adding a day that is going to end up giving you ×2 drop chance for fragments. And for normal dragons, as far as I know, it gives you like double the fragments. So, yeah. Oh, I'm so used to using Death Defying, I don't even think I used a flash there. Yikes. Can't you just use all your flux on the test server and then put it in a club chest, transfer your life profile? But no, why? Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, probably, but it's the test server, so who cares? I don't know. I honestly never even thought about that. That's actually a good point, except for the fact, well, no, that would work. Yeah. All right, well, I guess that's how freaks have so much flux on the test server. They waste their time, like, duping money, which, I don't know. What's the point? I need this new chair for crit, what? Are you asking how to build him? Which obviously, whoops, I just realized I didn't have Death Defying, man. Like, I'm not used to not using it. Even though this is, like, faster as far as, like, farming. Okay, I'm not even aiming at the sign, but that's cool. I'm gonna go back to Death Defying because I don't care. And what should we end up using for another one? We don't need to use Marshall. We're already doing enough damage. So you know what? We might actually be able to... Oh, wow. We should give knockback to him. We might be able to get away with actually just using the Chrono Emblem. Because that's going to end up guaranteeing us a number 1, right? Why can't I buy anything on the test server? Because it's the test server, that's why. Who's better for farming, Lunar Lancer or Shadow Hunter? Lunar Lancer for sure. Shadow Hunter doesn't really keep up. Like, Shadow Hunter's a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but he gets outrun pretty quick. Is Trove going to be an endless game? Technically, it already is. But as they've added all of this new beautiful stuff to the game, not to mention they're going to be adding U10, they're supposed to be working on the next sub-biome being an ice biome, and I'm fully expecting they're going to have ice greater caches, and end up having an ice crafting table and stuff like that, right? If they end up going that route, I could see Trove lasting a long time. I mean, honestly speaking, there's going to be too much content. It's all just going to be mounts and stuff, but hey, whatever. That's pretty much all the game is anyways. How many flux can I get a Stellar Fist on PTS? I don't know. It's a test server. I don't do, like, any selling or trading or anything. Like, it's a test server. I really don't care. Sorry. My point being, you're going to have to just check it yourself. Do you buy packs or graders in the store? You mean greater dragon caches? I don't touch those things. They're a ripoff. You saw my video, right? Of opening like over $1,000 worth of them. Granted, it was on the test server, but technically it was still over $1,000 worth of Greater Dragon caches, and nope, not worth it at all. The Greater Neon caches, though, oh man, I am all about that. Finally, the devs ended up listening, because we've got the Greater Dragon caches where you just end up getting a pouch of Dragonite, who cares? But then we've got the Neon caches where if you bother to buy the whole pack of 33, you end up getting this gold box here that guarantees you a rare item. That's what I'm talking about. That's proper loot crate system, devs. Other games have been doing that for years. It's about time Trove jumped on board. My Draco is ready, 22k PR and ready to melt. Yup. That's pretty much all you're gonna need, dude. You're gonna be epic in Shadow Towers. What the? Oh, the dungeon boss must be way down here already. Hee hee. What are you doing in my home? Oh, it's a cursed skull. Let me just... There we go. Had to get rid of someone that was being gross in the chat. Hug from Poland. Big bro. Who are you talking to? It can't be me. We're not related. But hello from Canada. Yeah, we'll grind this for a little bit more here, Reapers, because honestly speaking, I'm actually surprised that we're almost at an hour already. And then I gotta just get to bed. I gotta get some sleep. I just wanted to hop on, try this class out for you guys, show it what it's about. What are the ideal stats? Good question. So I guess I should just have a video talking about that more specifically, like stats. I'm gonna write that down. Ideal stats. Ideal stats for a character, if you're trying to like fully max out, is you're gonna want 125,000 of your magic or physical damage, then 100% crit hit, obviously, and you're going for 1,700 crit damage. That's pretty much the best you can get. Lots of tryhards like to argue otherwise for some weird reason, because they like to think that I don't know anything about this game, which is super, super simple. I'm not World of Warcraft at all. And the fact of the matter is that anybody who would argue and say, I do more damage than you, is only doing 1k more damage, if that. Like, once you end up getting to those end tier numbers, it really doesn't make a difference. And unlike what most people do, where they rely on stat calculators and stuff like that, I actually take my gems off and swap them around and check all the stats. And I actually try things, and it makes a difference to not go over 120 to 125 raw damage and go for that extra crit damage. Crit damage, honestly, is like a useless stat only until you end up getting to that later tier. Then it starts making a difference. Yeah, you can buy the Vanguardian packs, and yeah, you should be able to actually get a whole bunch of credits. But the whole point is, why would you want to do that? You know? Like, well, I guess because it's actually... Let me take a peek at that, actually. Because what do you get out of the pack? There's this pack where you end up getting... I don't know what you get out of this one. Yeah, see, so here's the thing. You're talking about how you would end up having to get the extra credits out of it. Now, technically, yes, but you would just be buying the same content. So if you end up buying this pack right here, think of it as a starter Vanguardian pack, then there's going to end up being another pack that'll show up only after you buy this one. And that one is going to end up giving you pretty much everything out of this pack that is left over that you're missing. So it's kind of like this one $50 pack is equal to the same value of buying this and the extra pack. Except honestly speaking, I think it's $10 cheaper to buy the $50 pack outright. Pretty sure. What's your consecutive days logged in? I don't know. I guess we can take a peek at that, but we are on the test server, so honestly, my badges might be pretty bad. Where's consecutive days logged in? There it is. Current streak, 158. I don't know. I was at, like, wait, current streak. Is that total? Is that total? No? My top streak was, like, over 400. And then I ended up missing, like, one day or something. But I don't know, I forget. Thankfully it doesn't actually matter. Like, I've normally never actually missed a day of Trove for, like, I guess over a year, right? Logged in every day, and then I missed one because it was like, oh, whoops. I can't buy chaos chests on the test server. No, that's the point. You can't buy anything on the test server. All you're supposed to be testing right now is you're supposed to be testing the Vanguard. That's pretty much it. And the Mega World bosses and testing the classes out in Shadow Towers and stuff like that. You're not supposed to be testing your RNG on Chaos Chest. We already know how that works. Are you planning on grinding stuff for the Vanguard, or you just can't buy him? Obviously, I'm just can't buy him. I'm never against, like, even back when I was not nearly as pay to win as I am now, I would always buy the class packs because they're always worth it. Like, unlike most things in the store that you'll buy for like 10 or 20 bucks, a class pack, you're getting a whole character out of it, which is like tons of content. Makes a big difference. So I'm always for it. Granted, this class is fairly expensive as far as class packs are concerned, but if you want to just buy the class on its own, you can end up just getting that 3,000 credits pack is going to end up being roughly $20, which is kind of the same as all the era characters. But I feel that this character kind of has more value in that it's extremely difficult to actually get this guy. So, like, that's kind of the thing that I think they also did right with a lot of the packs with this patch, is the fact that all of these resources and items that they're going to be adding are just like so ridiculously expensive and difficult to grind that it feels like you're actually getting your money's worth for once, instead of what Trove mostly does, where almost everything feels like a ripoff, you know? And I just mean that as a personal criticism towards the game. Like, I actually really like what they're doing with the cash shop with this next update. Is the Vanguard better than the Neon Ninja for farming? No, Neon Ninja's still faster. Vanguard's a lot funner because you don't have to be going backwards into dungeons, and you clear dungeons faster. Like, the Neon Ninja's gonna get to the next dungeon way faster than the Vanguard, but then he has to charge his shuriken to the 1, 2, 3 attack, as opposed to this guy where you just run in and right click and then the boss is already dead. Right? Can you notice me? Yeah, I did. I'm also seeing this Uggles trying to spam out the chat, and for some reason YouTube is not actually grabbing them, so I'll attack them instead, guys. Don't worry, I got you back. And then there's 5 more minutes, and then we'll probably end up calling the stream for today. Hopefully you guys got a good week planned. I'm really, really hyped. Like, seriously, the fact that this update's coming out so soon, we get more time on the test server, and Pixark, man. I know I haven't had more videos highlighting all of the new Pixark stuff, but most of all, it's just been screenshots and junk. And then I guess I could make a video talking about the release date of the game, but eh. Have you information for the new gear? Or what do you mean? What are you asking? The new gear is going to end up being a fist weapon, and it's actually really, really cool, if that's what you're wondering. Is Gunslinger still viable with Vanguard? Everybody's always... See, like, the devs go around, like, putting words into your ears saying, like, I mean, I guess that's how words work, but saying how, like, oh, the Vanguard's gonna give the Gunslinger a run for his money. No, he doesn't. He's not even close as far as Shadow Towers are concerned. You pretty much just use the Vanguard for grinding U9. But, I mean, that could change. That's the whole thing. Like, we gotta still wait and see, because we are still, like, the character is still getting ironed out, and they do still have, like, a while before they can end up, like, saying, oh, this class is done, and then we'll just know, oh, okay, he just sucks in towers or not. But I guess I could do that. That's a good video idea. Vanguard versus Gunslinger, because that's what the devs kept talking about, so we could actually talk about that more specifically. Maybe not keep getting duplicate questions. Van vs a gun. Is the Vanguard Yambi your main? Yup. I love him. He's great. Is the Vanguard worth it? Yup. I love him. He's great. It depends on the characters that you enjoy playing. That's the real thing. Make a giveaway for PTS. Yeah, speaking of which, that's right. Thanks for reminding me. So, we'll go to the Scythe Plays Club World, I guess. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I think I still have that visual glitch. Never mind. Ah! Help! Help me! I'm a giant! Oh, man, I don't know where a trading post is or anything. And yes, if you come to this world, you're gonna see me as a giant. Yeah. I forgot this was a thing. So, Pretty much when, like, there was a bug with the lunacy mode where you could trigger it over and over and over again and become a giant. And they fixed the bug, but they didn't end up shrinking us back down to size. Do they still have a trading post in the hub? Maybe, because I got a couple of these golden eggs, and I gotta get rid of them on the test server here, so I can throw them out to you guys. Yeah, let me actually come out of hide mode. You guys just join in on me, and then, I don't know, maybe I'll throw them in the community chest. First come, first serve, right? But it's going to end up giving you this dragon as well as another one that I didn't actually show you. And it's just the test server, so don't get too crazy about it. But when they go to the live server, most likely we're going to end up seeing the dragon effigies work. Why isn't it possible to transfer PC account to PS4? I mean, because they're completely different versions? Is Elgo Squid on PS4 still inviting people? Not exactly sure, dude. Those officers are very out of touch with me, and honestly, I haven't had the time to go on to the test. Console version, not the test server. I've been doing nothing but the test server. Oh my, everyone wants free eggs. What's your in-game name? Just Sice Place. Lots of people always seem to think like, oh, are you a fake account? No, it's me. Oh. We got a new Chaos Chest item as well. I mean, I have to put that video out tomorrow. This thing right here, which is a Mag Rider of all things. It's actually kind of cool. I wish it would animate when you actually, you know, like the shell should eat your character or something. How do I join the giveaway? Just be here, man. I'm gonna just open up the community chest and start dropping these eggs in it. Like, I'm sorry, it's a test server. I'm not gonna do a fancy giveaway for this. You just go right ahead and get it. Squid on PS4 is dead, I think. Really? Ah, man. I'm gonna have to go check that out. But otherwise, I kind of expected that. Like, PS4 Club, last few times that I went on, was just not really as active as it should have been. Granted, Xbox is still thriving, but most of all, that's because Cap is such a great officer. Like, he's passionate about the game beyond, like, you know, also a good friend of mine, and doing the whole, like, family friendly and the chat and everything. Like, he's a great guy. Why is the main servers down? Are they? I don't think so. Is it? Anyways, let's start dropping some of these Uggles eggs. Okay, I see everybody going absolutely crazy here, so let's drop the resistor eggs here. Yeah, there we go. Bloop. There goes one egg. There goes another. There goes another. Oh, what should we do? What the? Whoa, I got a cami fragment? Who cares? Let me delete that. No, seriously. There's the new dragon egg. Oh my gosh. There's another new dragon egg. And there's my last one. Why does someone just keep screaming, your microphone? Like, you mean the microphone that I use? It's actually really old. Is PTS not closed? No, it's actually open till Friday. Use the eggs, guys. Don't try to sell them. See, there's one of the new dragons. Isn't it cool? He's like a slithering snake dragon. Very, very cool. I got one. Nice, Condre. Glad somebody that was actually watching. Well, I guess everybody watching ended up getting one, right? You could sell the egg, but why bother? Oh, man, one jerk ended up getting 2 eggs. Ah. I wish that didn't happen. I prefer it when I give it to, like, more people. I guess I should have gone into the trade post. Unless he means that he got 2 different eggs, in which case... Oh, he got both different eggs. Okay, cool. Then that's fine. I'm fine with that. They should fix PvP in the next update. They honestly don't really care about PvP, and this character is really, really broken in PvP. But yep, so we got this ugly dragon, and then we got this ugly one right here. They're really, really weird, that's for sure. I'll have a video that shows them off more specifically, so you don't gotta check it out in this random stream. I give $800 to Trove. Okay. Ooh. Do you like the Vanguardian? Yeah, he's a lot of fun. Anyways, though, guys, thanks for coming out, but that's gonna be it. I just gotta straight up just call it right here. Not get dragged into any more of your amazing questions and positivity and stuff. Not gonna go into Ultra Towers. We already did that earlier. I'm gonna have videos about everything that we talked about today more specifically. Don't worry, okay? If you ended up missing anything, we got it covered. It's just gonna end up coming out over time. Love the video effects on those fireballs, by the way. But anyways, I gotta go to bed because I'm still feeling pretty nauseous. Anyways, thanks for coming out, everybody. I really do appreciate it. Like, seriously, the fact that we got to 150k subs is absolutely insane, and I don't know, just seriously, like, my heart goes out to you. Thanks for watching, though, folks. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. That's also going to build up loyalty points in my merch store. Links are in the description. And if you're a fan that wants to go the extra mile, you can actually donate to me for absolutely free with Gawkbox. Links are in the description about that as well. Sign on and stay epic, everybody. I gotta wait for the stream to catch up to itself, but Twitch is always way faster. So that means you guys get a secret message. Whoops.